Track weather with meteorologist Gabriela Gomez.
It's been a pretty cold start to the week this morning, and even this afternoon was no different. Luckily, it looks to be the coldest of our afternoons for the next several days as we start to warm things up. That cloud cover that was pretty stubborn throughout the day today finally moving out this evening and will continue to do so throughout the course of the overnight hours, and will leave us with plenty of sunshine heading on into Thursday. Definitely going to help us warm things back up a lot more than what we saw today as we struggled to get out of these 30s. We'll hold on to the warmer temperatures for at least the next couple of days. The later part of the week, starting to see some more of those 50s, so above average temperatures. Going to see a little bit of some ups and downs, a couple cold fronts that'll move in across the area later this week and early next week. Doesn't necessarily look to give us promising chances for precipitation as we stay relatively dry through the weekend and potentially even through Christmas itself, now that we're almost a week away. 22 and 41 averages this time of year, 24 this morning, 34 this afternoon. Really has been a cold day overall. Luckily, we do start to warm things up within the next 24 hours, but we're seeing a beautiful sunset as we look over Junction City with those beautiful lights out there. Also over Winter Wonderland, going to get started here shortly. $10 suggested donation per car. Honestly, the best activity with these colder nights that are out ahead of us. Temperatures across the state of Kansas generally in the 30s. Haze holding on to 40 degrees this evening. Definitely have held on to the colder temperatures for the eastern half, at least locally, especially with that cloud cover sticking around through a majority of the day. 33 in Topeka, Emporia at 31. Manhattan and Marysville right at the freezing mark of 32 degrees. Eventually, we will cool down right below that freezing mark into the low 20s. Again, skies will continue to clear out. A cold night ahead of us, and wind chill values could feel like teens yet again heading on into tomorrow morning. So a cold start to the day. Of course, it won't end that way. Also could see the possibility of some patchy freezing fog that will start to develop as soon as midnight tonight, lasting through at least the early morning hours of tomorrow. At least give yourself a couple minutes extra tomorrow morning if you're heading on out the door to make sure that windshield properly gets defrosted. But we do rebound quite nicely heading through the afternoon hours of your Thursday, right around 50 degrees or so in spots. Definitely quite the turnaround of those 30s that we saw today. Won't even just stick around for just Thursday. We'll hold on to it past that, heading on into the start of the weekend. Here's a look at satellite and radar clouds continuing to push off to the east out there. Of course, we're pretty quiet in northeast Kansas, but just off to our northeast, dealing with quite a big storm out there. Could see about a foot of snow, maybe even more than that. 1 to 2 feet of snow for parts of Pennsylvania and New York as well. Going to see this ridge continuing to build out just to our west, and that's going to keep us pretty quiet for the next couple of days. Slight chance for maybe a brief rain shower or two heading on into about late Friday into Saturday, but pretty quiet tomorrow with clear skies. Clouds try and build back in early Friday or so. May see a front that'll pass through late in the day Friday. Could bring in a slight chance for maybe a brief rain shower or even snow shower. Doesn't look to be all that promising at this point in time. We look to stay mostly dry for the next several days. So around 50 tomorrow, going to see those low 50s on Friday. Slightly cooler on Saturday after that cold front moves through. Struggling to get out of those 40s, but we warm things right back up to close out the weekend in the 50s on Sunday, close to 60 degrees or so on Monday, and that's actually a start of winter on Monday. We'll hold on to at least slightly warmer temperatures for Tuesday and Wednesday, but right before Christmas Eve does look to get a little bit colder, but things do look to remain dry.
All right, not too bad. Now, if you're like me, Gabby, and you've put off putting your Christmas lights on your house, which at this point it's like, why bother?
You're a little late. It's a week away now. So.
When do you think is the best day to do that?
It'll be a little bit colder Saturday. Friday be a little bit breezy, so maybe Saturday or Sunday won't be too bad.
Yeah.
You're one of those people, they'll be up until March now.
Well, I know, and I just put it off for
like
too
the
long.
clock, so it's daylight saving.
Yeah, exactly.
True. You should look at my microwave. It's all off time. Well, hey, Pope Francis